My name's Andy Sparks. We're out here on the pier, about to get it in. Let's get it. Got that wind resistance, bruh.
So last time when we climbed up this last Sunday for PKE, I was like hallucinating right here because I was like trying to beat everyone up.
Oh yeah? No, that was fucking epic.
Me,
I was fucking winded.
Evian and Patrick. That was good. This time was much easier though.
Yeah, because we didn't do any riding before this really. Did we come straight to the... Yeah, we came straight here last time from the island, right?
Yeah, some people like beat us to the first flat.
It seems so much more intense. I feel like we did more this time around.
And there's like 50 people, it's
That's
like pushes you harder.
They were just stealing our energy. That's all it was. Right. Oh, sorry.
Good morning, good morning. This hill bomb here is really sick, but he's on a fixed gear freestyle bike, so he doesn't really have the gearing to really fully go fast, spinning out. There's a little money sign in the chat on the bottom. That works. There's also a PayPal on my main channel. But just being a channel member is good enough. Thank you.
Hell yeah, dog. Fuck yeah, super fun. All the way down. God damn. Whew. Trying to like just get right in the middle.
I've always wanted to film someone up here on this platform. It's pretty sick. That's the bay. Across that water is basically Japan. It's Pacific Ocean.
Hell yeah.
For miles and miles.
Thank you. Right on.
And you can see the Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco, way over there. And this is a tunnel that goes, instead of having to climb up all those hills, you can go through this tunnel. It goes underneath the highway. And it's like an old military tunnel, because this is an old military site, all those hills and stuff. Back in World War II, they built all these bunkers up in the hills. And that's kind of what that platform was. I think it used to be like an antenna. These dudes are super talented on their bikes.
So we bring to a close the story of rigid control.
All right, well, good morning. Good morning, everyone that's here. Good morning to everyone that's not a channel member. I'm sorry that you guys can't participate in the chat today, but I need to do one of these like once a month or maybe twice a month to, it's like a thank you to the channel members, because sometimes when the chat gets too busy with questions, it's hard for me to catch up. So this is the chance for me to directly respond to people who are in the channel, who is the channel member. So. Jamel Brightly Right. Hold on, I'll drop you the link for that. Let me see. Here's the link. So yeah, that video right there was I filmed in San Francisco, and there was more footage, and it took me a while to edit that because I was trying to incorporate this 360 camera that I had, but sometimes the problem with using different cameras and different frame rates, and especially that camera, it's called a Rilo. The software, it works on your phone if you want to share it to like Instagram, but when I want to incorporate it into Premiere, there were all these things that were happening on the software end of things, and it was just a really big headache. Like, it would work for a couple weeks, and then I'd be editing it, and then like Rilo would update something, or like Mac would update their OS, and everything would break again. So I got frustrated and I just removed all of it. So one of these days I might go back and pull all the 360 footage and kind of like make an edit. I mean, it'll probably be more like rough cut because it's going to be, a lot of writing and syncing up audio and stuff. But anyways, man. So yeah, I just wanted to make this, this is probably going to be a shorter one since it's only for channel members. I got got my coffee. Just wanted to open it up to just kind of a Q&A or an AMA with the channel members, and then we'll probably close out with a video as well. I feel like these videos are cool. It's a cool way to open because it gives people a chance to join the live stream, and then and conversations that happen in chat, and then I can pop on and say some stuff, and then we can close with the video. So this is I guess we're getting some kind of format now here, so it's cool. I do feel a little bummed out that I can only play my videos right now. I was thinking of like maybe I might reach out to Matt and ask him ahead of time, Matt Reyes, and be like, yo, because he has some good videos on his channel. I just don't want to get any YouTube strikes against my account, which I've already been threatened with it for playing videos earlier or later last week. There was a video or two that I played that wasn't mine, and I got almost got strikes on my account. So let's go. Let's see. We got a few people here. Deviate's asking, is there a way for members or anyone to make additional donations? Well, on the chat, there's like a super chat thing. But if you're already a channel member, you're doing, I feel like you're doing me. It's already over the top, so I appreciate it. Turning off your ad blockers, that works. Also, there's links on my, if you go to my main page, there's like PayPal, Patreon, all that stuff's on there. So Drew Freeman, have you ever thought about making a bicycle doc or short film? Yes, I have. I've made some short films for Bicycle Film Festival, and I've also made I was working on one for this year, which is probably going to end up on YouTube since of all of this coronavirus thing is happening. So I'll probably do a video premiere for that and try to hype it up as much as possible. But I was kind of looking forward to making a film for Bicycle Film Festival because it's been a while. It's been a few years, actually. But haven't done one where I've like sat down and done something like that in a while. So and then, oh yeah, second part of the question is, do you have narrative work in your DP reel? No, I have very little narrative skills. Or skills is probably the wrong word. Experience. I have very little narrative experience. I recently helped somebody with a narrative project. I was basically like an AC at best for that. It was a pretty loose shoot. And that one, it was cool to see how that works, how it worked from the director's point of view, to try to get the right energy or emotion from the talent. It's something that's I don't have experience with some of my commercial work that I was doing. I could show you. Let's see. I do have a reel. Let's see. This is like my regular website here. Put this down there. Why did that not work? That's weird. There we go. Yeah, so this is like this is my website right now with some of the work on there. It's terryberenson.nyc. Here I might as well play this quick reel. It's only a minute long. This is also a year old. This is 2019's.
I'm really, really hot. Every time my records drop, radio says I won't stop, cause I'm killing them. You don't know what you're talking about. You would think I was sure when I come out. My album hit hard when I roll out. Y'all records make them stay, you wanna throw them out. And then stop! No, I ain't done yet. Everybody in the club go to work. Tight jeans, crop shirt, short skirts. I'ma rock to the beat till it hurt. I'ma drop it on the street, yeah, you heard. Haters, I flip the bird. Got guns, so what, ain't scared. I came to boogie and swerve. Hangline folk, that's my word.
I'm really, really hot. Every time my records drop, radio says I won't stop, cause I'm killing them.
I'm really, really hot. Every time my records drop, radio says I won't stop, cause I'm killing them.
So yeah, that's that's like my reel from last year, and there's already, obviously I did a year worth of work after I put that together, so there's some other stuff in here. I should play this video actually. Oh, I forgot I can't play this video. Never mind. I'll get a copyright strike. I can send you guys the link to that, but here, I'll just type it in the chat. You guys can watch that stuff on your own. Let's see. Drift King, yeah, that reverse wheelie, like when I put that clip on Instagram, people thought that was fake. the fakey wheelie he was doing. He can do those for so long, it's crazy. Let's see. Slip Pete, how deep have you gone into those tunnels? I checked those out once, went into the dark rooms. I haven't went. They're pretty sealed up now. If you go, there's like I saw something on like YouTube years ago where people can snuck into them because there's huge rooms underground still. They're still there, but they're pretty sealed up, and I haven't really investigated or found my way into all of them yet. So no, I haven't. I've went all the way out to like all the batteries and barriers where the big huge guns used to be, but I haven't been anywhere else. Major L, you got rear-ended by a city bus this morning? Are you all right? You're all right, but the car was toast. Oh, it hit a car too? Oh, you were in a car. Damn, dude. Be careful, man. Devin is asking, how are you keeping busy when you're not out riding? Has your girlfriend given you a chore list like my wife has given me? I don't know. I've been just cooking and watching Netflix. I should probably do these dishes too. It's a mess in here. I feel like that was like last week. It was kind of like that. There was a list, but I think we cut everything off the list. I think now it's just like laundry and cleaning the house back up. Let's see. Jamel, welcome to the family, dude. Thanks for joining the channel. Sunrays is asking, have you been struggling to keep a healthy schedule? I see everyone active like 4, 5 a.m. on my Facebook. Honestly, yeah. I mean, except for the last 2 days because it's been raining. Getting out and riding my bike really helps with the extra energy levels. And, you know, if you ride hard enough where your legs are sore or you're tired, you know, you come home, shower, maybe eat, shower, and then relax and then go to bed. It's pretty easy. Thanks, Drew. Joe Swain, welcome to the channel, dude. How would you change amount in Super Chat, said Mike McKenna. Is that a question for me? I don't know. What I would do is I'd go straight to the $500 one and just hit buy and send. No, I'm just fucking around. I've seen other people's streams and it's crazy. Sometimes there's like $500 chats on the top. I'm like, who has $500 to just drop on YouTube chats? It's fucking crazy. But I think there's just a little ticker you move over. In New York, it's very limited on biking options. Everybody seems to be riding 9W when going longer. Yeah, it's tricky because I don't like if it's kind of like you don't want to go too far away from your home for a few reasons. Safety. Basically, like if you're asymptomatic and you're going to like small towns, you could be possibly spreading this stuff to these smaller towns, being in New York. So I haven't ridden past that ride that I uploaded earlier or later last week, or earlier this, I don't even remember what day of the week it is. When I went on that 70-mile ride, I didn't really go into any towns, you know. I kind of just like did 9W. I could have kept going and went to what's it called, Nyack and all that, but I didn't want to go into any towns because, you know, I didn't want to increase the you know, possibility of spreading anything. So I did get that burger from a pickup window that was outside at the market. So and then like if you get a flat or if you have a really bad mechanical, you're riding alone right now. So like maybe getting a car or having, I don't know, getting the logistics of getting back to the house if something went really wrong on your bike is pretty, you know, it would be pretty messed up. So yeah, I might be going, I might go do some prospect stuff right now. We'll see. On the track bike. Monotraumatic, good morning. What's your opinion of the Rilo 360 cam? I was just talking about that camera. That's funny. I think it's good. I think those cameras are focused more at making, even the new GoPro Fusion, they're more focused on creating things from your phone, filming and then editing in your phone and like uploading straight to like Instagram or whatever from there. And like, that's just not my workflow. I prefer the control on a computer. So bringing that stuff onto the computer, there's all kinds of complications with the software. And it's mostly between the Rilo software and the plugins in Premiere and I use the Mac OS. Like when one gets updated, it just, everything else gets all weird and doesn't work properly. So it's kind of messed up. I don't know. I like it. I actually brought one back to my house from my studio, and I plan on changing up the ride a little bit with a different camera, just so you can see the difference. I've done a video where I have the Rilo in front of me on my bike, and I have a conversation basically with everybody, and we're just chatting the whole time. It's kind of cool. It's different. Joe Swain, as a consumer, which platform is better for you to give money, Terry? Your Patreon or YouTube? I was talking about this yesterday. I think they take a similar, Patreon and YouTube both take a similar cut from like any kind of donations or subscription basis, but because YouTube is integrated into what I use, it makes it easier for me because I don't need to go and like if I wanted to do this chat right now with just Patreon members, I would have to set up my YouTube account for a link only, and then I would have to go and send it over to Patreon and then tell everyone there to join me on YouTube. Where if I do it on YouTube like this, everyone on YouTube can see this live stream, but only the channel members can chat. So it just makes it easier. So YouTube is probably easier for me, better for me, just because I can give you guys more, there's more flexibility for me to give perks back and do things like this. It's much easier. Mike McKenna, dude, what the hell? Thank you, man. Do you guys do you want to see the more rides in New York, or would you rather see some stuff from my hard drives that I've been sitting on for a while? Like, let me know, Mike. You make the decision, Mike. Drew Freeman, what mic are you using to stream with right now? Here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to plug in a camera. I should have had this set up already, but I'm going to plug in this. Come on, you can do it. RX100. With this really long micro HDMI to HDMI cable. Okay, try not to unplug anything. There we go. Yeah, so the mic I'm using is a Rode. It's funny, I don't know the name of it, but you guys will know it when you see it. Let's see here. Is it gonna be bright enough? Yeah, that'll work. There we go. So it's this Rode microphone, and I have it, as you can see, it's closer to my mouth than the lens is. So when I'm sitting here, let me see. It's like right by my mouth. Yeah, I don't know what mic that is though. So I'm not sure, but I should show you again. But I didn't tell you about this. The you see all the gaff tape and shit around it? So the shock mount this used to have rubber bands and stuff on it, with like a hot shoe or cold shoe adapter. I just have it taped to this like really cheap GorillaPod, and it does the trick. Just work with what you got, man. I'm telling you, make it work. And if it doesn't work, gaff tape. Gaff tape is the secret. Sunrays. Would you ever get one of those 29er BMX bikes? I don't really have too much room for an extra bike, but honestly, some of those kids who are riding, it looks like fun. They look like really heavy bikes. And if I had my own, I would build it a little differently. But I'm not going to lie, they look really fun. Do you know anyone who's SE? I know D-Blocks are D-Blocks, but it'd be, yo, D-Blocks, give me a bike. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be fun to ride one for sure. Slip Pete, do you like the transition to unemployment YouTuber? I don't know. It's been, it's cool because, like I'm not stressing crazy on it yet, but, the fact that I made a point to do like, if you guys who have been here a while know, beginning like right at the end of January or end of December, beginning of January, I made it a goal. I was gonna do a YouTube video every day, right? Those of you remember that? And I did it for 2 months. I did it January and February, so it was like over 60 days in a row, plus live streams, plus TV shows, like all that stuff on top. And then I took a week and a half break, and mostly because I was in LA and it was really hard for me to edit after these rides, because I'd be out all day, all night, and then I'd get home. And I wasn't in my own space, so it was harder to, attribute time to that stuff. And now, once I got back to my house before this whole thing happened, I would continue to do daily uploads. So like it already felt like I was a full-time doing full-time YouTube, because I set these goals, but in my mind I was doing it on top of working professionally. And normally the DP work that I do between the months of like January to early March are very slow for me, and that's why I made that goal for YouTube. And then this whole stay-at-home thing happened, and it's been kind of a seamless transition, honestly. It's kind of weird. Slip Pete's asking anyone in the chat if they like the transition to unemployed. I don't know. Philip was considering getting a 360 cam to film deliveries. The benefit of it is that the stabilization of a 360 camera is just like, you can't touch it because it has all angles. It knows exactly every bounce and every movement where it is, because it can see all the edges. It's kind of how it works. And because of that, it has such a big interface, or a big world view. When it stabilizes, it's really smooth, but I feel like you just lose a little quality. It's just not there yet. Like, it's cool from your phone, like I said, but for editing and stuff, it's just always it's not quite there for my tastes. Let's see. Drew Freeman, did it take you a little bit to get comfortable talking to the camera or chatting while chasing strangers? Yeah. Honestly, doing this right here, what I'm doing right now, is what helped me talk when I'm not doing a live stream. I've said this before, like, if this wasn't a live stream, I don't know if I'd be able to be like, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's Terry here. Because I know that you guys are on the other line, it makes it feel like a FaceTime. And I told my mom, I credit my mom for that, because she started FaceTiming me a lot, and it gave me practice to do this, which is what I look at this as. But as soon as like I have to hit the record button on the camera, that's when it gets weird for me. And I feel like I take that footage and then I put it into my computer and I start editing my own speech and like my thoughts, and it gets to be not authentic anymore, and you don't get to really hear how I talk and all the, you know, mistakes I make. It becomes less personal and, I don't know, awkward. But because I was doing these, when I started to ride my bike and film them and talk, it made, as you can see, like I don't edit those really either. So I'm just kind of, it's a stream of consciousness. And it's kind of an extension of these live streams, in my opinion. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll be able to do this to the camera and put it in the edit. I just won't edit my voice very much. We'll see. That's a good question. But yeah, it took a while. I can play some really awkward videos where I'm trying to talk to the camera. They're so bad. Have you ever had any issues when flying and taking your bikes? I've always wanted to take mine on vacation, but too worried. All the problems I came with that happened to me were basically getting charged. You're always trying to like not get charged the bike fee, right? Because it's usually typically it's like $50 to bring a carry-on bag somewhere if you're flying domestically, and if it's a bike, it can be $100 to $150. So they add this extra fee on it just because it's a bike, and a lot of times it's under their 50-pound weight limit. It's just kind of a scam, I feel like. But lately, a lot of airlines have been getting rid of that bike fee, which is cool. So I fly American Airlines, and they no longer have a bicycle fee. And I used to always use bicycle boxes, and it's really hard to hide a bike that way. And they know what a bike box looks like. It wasn't until I went to Mexico City, where I was flying JetBlue at the time, and in their description on their international flights, they don't allow people to have boxes as check-in items. So I had to buy a bike bag. So I went online and I searched. I own a mountain bike and a gravel bike and different size bikes. So I bought a mountain bike bag called Evoc, which is EVOC, Evoc bags. And they're made for mountain bikes. They're made for full suspension, big bikes. But because it can fit a big bike, that means it can fit all my bikes. So I bought that bag. And I've had that bag for, I guess it'll be two years in June. Would it be 2? It might be 3. I got to check. I think it's 2 years. But the bag has been it's done me well. I've used it a whole lot. I will say that on the way back from this trip from LA, or not LA, where did I go? San Francisco. The zipper, it didn't break, but one of the zippers that were stitched onto the bag, the stitching has come undone on the zipper, so the zipper's falling off. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but that wasn't even your question. I went on a little ramble there. Basically, though, the biggest thing is not getting charged for a bike. So that's the only thing that's really ever happened. Other than like I showed up to St. Petersburg, Russia, and my bike didn't show up, it took almost 3 days for me to get my bike, and that was really scary because I was there on a bike trip. So that sucked, but whatever. Joe Swain, hard drive stuff. Hard drive, my boy. Oh, I'm just getting to this. That's right. Let's see. All right, I'll put some hearts. That question was for Mike McKenna because he dropped the serious coin there. Mike McKenna gets to make the decision on this, but I appreciate the input. Alexi, Alexi, Alexi. Welcome to the channel, man. Slip Pete, dude. Thank you. Oh, that's a cool one. How did you do with that? What is that one? Is that a... Oh, it's like a sticker? Interesting. Thank you, Slip Pete. Yeah, dude. Just get some gaff tape and just tape shit everywhere. That's what I do. Devin. Oh, dude. That the Cheeto on Instagram, let me show everybody. It's pretty good. Those of you who have Instagram have already saw this, but let me see if I can show you. Is it gonna... Oh, I got it. Zoom. Can you guys read that? It says it's a photo of like a SWAT team. It says rent, healthcare, rent next month, utilities, healthcare, groceries, and then it has like a little lock on the door on the other side, and it says $1,200, and it's a Cheeto. Oh, it's so good. It's in reference to the stimulus package our government set up, because they're going to give us $1,200. And it's supposed to help. It's funny. Synac 42, thank you, man. Alexi, I'm saying your name really wrong here, but he's saying interesting if your cat notices that it's quarantine now. Mine is like, what the fuck is going on? Everyone is at home. I think our cat has realized it. We've been home a lot. I think she loves it. It's kind of like writer's block, but with videos. Dude, I'm working on my vlogging skills. Drew, you're right. Delta doesn't charge for bikes anymore. Alaska Airlines, American Airlines. Since Alaska owns JetBlue, JetBlue as well. Those are the only ones I've heard of. Juan, I might put up one of those videos where I'm trying to talk to the camera. It's so bad. Let's see. Jamel, have you thought of doing a ride in DC? I haven't ridden in DC. I have a friend who lives in oh damn, what's the name of the town? It's right outside. He works in DC. I'm gonna look it up. Arlington. He lives in Arlington. No, Alexandria. That's right. But I haven't brought my bike there. He actually got him into riding. He came up here and visited me, and I let him borrow my single speed, and he was like, "Man, this thing's so fast. It's so comfortable. It's so fast to get around." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like, welcome to riding a bike." And then like a couple months later, he showed up for work again, and he brought his bike with him. That's how hyped he was. He was riding his bike to work. It's like a 15-mile ride one way. So he's gotten really into biking. So I was going to go down there and do some like longer rides with him. I was probably going to bring like a geared bike with me. But yeah, he's been doing it, man. It's cool. Mike McKenna, give us your, we need your opinion. Hard drive or ride video for tomorrow? We need to know. The people need to know. A DC hotline will definitely happen one of these days. Once we get back to normal. Yeah, Jamel, dude, when you shoot some of those videos, make sure you share them my way. I wanna see, and I'll put them here and share them with everybody, as long as I don't get a YouTube strike. I can at least drop the links. Sunray, oh, McKenna is saying any video posts will be good with me. Okay, all right. We're going to pull from the hard drives then. The people have spoken. Sunrays. You ever got into longboarding? Not like the cruising stuff, but the fast stuff. No, I haven't. I do like doing power slides on a regular skateboard when I'm bombing hills. That's really fun. But no real longboard things. Never. I follow a guy on YouTube who films people who are really good at longboard, like hill bombs, and he films with a car. I think it's Newman Films. Maybe that's wrong. But his videos are sick. These guys are really talented. Mike has spoken. From the hard drives. That's right. Philip is asking another question about a 360 cam. How much does the footy weigh in grams or gigs? Oh, how many gigs is the footage when you're done? Is it possible to shoot for a couple hours to cut it later? Well, that's one of my main issues with the camera is no. It's a pain in the ass. It's a lot of footage, a lot of gigabytes to dig through, and you have to cut through that stuff, and it's crazy. It's like a lot of it's like, just think of it as twice as much footage because you have two cameras. You know what I mean? And it's a pain in the ass to cut because you got to do it on your phone. So then you're loading in a half-hour 360 cam clip into your phone, which is really like an hour. And your phone is like, what the fuck is this file? It's so big, and it takes forever to cut it. All right, Sunrays, we're calling you Ray from now on. Josh Newman, yeah, that's the dude, man. Yeah, that's the dude that I was talking about. It's so cool. Those videos are really fast. I'm gonna let the chat. I think I got to the bottom of the chat there. You can hear there's an ambulance outside. I'm gonna pull up this video that I did with Kelsey. You guys know Kelsey Lee. Gonna I'm gonna play this. Oh. It's a 16-minute video. Think of this as like an intermission. Go ahead and I'll be responding to comments and everything while this is going on. So if anything comes to mind, drop them in here while the video's playing, and then we'll go from there. Hello, play.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Kelsey, and this is my bike. Equally important to introduce the bike because it is my it's my extra limb. I'm always attached to it because I'm a bike courier here in New York City. And today we're just gonna ride around, you know, do some work, deliver some stuff, have show you guys like some typical routes throughout the city. Hopefully cover some good ground. Today is a brisk, lovely Thursday. Gotta love a Thursday. Almost the end of the week. Homie's over here getting those parking quotas. That's okay as long as they don't need the cyclist quotas. Fine by that. Yeah, today's the last nice day before winter sets in. So, trying to ride around, enjoy the foliage. I just finished 12 jobs in 1 hour. That was fun. But it was super easy. They were all right beside each other. So, I mean, you can boast and be like, yeah, I just did 12 jobs, but if they're all within like a, 20 block radius, it's like, all right. And now I'm just standby life. Gonna go meet up with homie Sanchez at Columbus Circle. And we got this nice Lexington Avenue sunshine. Oh my gosh, do I hear Christmas bells already? Oh Lord, it's that time of year where we got to avoid Fifth Avenue, which is sad because Fifth Avenue is the best avenue in all of the land. But during Christmas time, it's a zoo. Yo! Shout out to Amanda, out here working. Yo! Don't open this door, please. And we're just gonna hop right in here. There he is. What's up? Nice pretty one over there. This is the destination tree. Everybody's here.
5 million?
Terry gets the shot.
Terry gets all the shots.
Hold on tight. Ugh. Nope, you missed it. There you go. Are you holding the bag or the bike?
The bag.
Oh, we got some wild ones.
I can't.
people always, you know, oh, pedestrians, like they get mad at messengers, they don't like the way they ride, but I always do my best to, if I'm gonna cut, I'll go behind you, you know. I don't like when people cut super, unless, you know, the light's green. If the light's green, the light's green. But yeah, when people always cut in front, so I like to cut behind. And most New Yorkers, they know what we're up to. They know we got places to go, jobs to do. We're just another New Yorker out here trying to make a living. And you know, as you can see, people try to yell at us, get in the bike lane. Well, everybody's everywhere. You know, you got people walking in the bike lane. You got cars parking in the bike lane. You got cars driving in the bus lane. And you know, it's just a matter of allocation of space. Another thing I wanted to say is I feel like people don't understand that in order to be a messenger, you have to know your city like inside and out. So when you see people, you think they're like taking risks or whatever, or they're like making stupid choices. They're actually making choices that they like this area. I spend a lot of time in this area, so I know how the lights work, how the people, like how the action, like the mind, the air, the atmosphere of the people that walk through here. Like, so whenever you see a messenger like doing their thing, it's because they're literally doing their thing. Like they know this, it's a system out here. It has a heartbeat. They know the rhythm. Not to get all poetic and shit, but that's how it is. So I don't know. I feel like people watch these videos, and a lot of times people that don't ride bikes and they don't really understand the whole what city riding is. But you just have to be very aware. If you see someone taking a risk, it's because they know the physics and the space. They have spatial awareness. And they know they can pull it off. Because I don't do things that I don't know that I can pull off, if that makes sense. Yeah, I just had to say that. I don't know. Where am I going? Oh, Park Ave. So these are just like drop-offs. So. Sometimes I just have to laugh, you know? Sometimes it doesn't help to just like, sometimes I just laugh. I feel like all I've done is talk today. Usually when I'm working, I'm just sort of in my head. But it's good. That's why I like it. Nobody's bothering me. You know, I don't have to like worry about how I'm coming across, or I don't know. I don't get anxious. I just ride. Thanks for being my human bike lock, Terry. Yeah, I'm getting all the good doormen today. You must be a good omen. In the winter, for some reason, maybe just because the buildings are lower, but my favorite place is in the east, because on the west in the winter it's so windy. Like it's just really cold and windy, just right near the river. But maybe because of low buildings and the angle of the sun, whatever, the east, you always get nice light in the winter. So you're warmer, and the east, like lower east village, it's always really chill. Yeah, the cool thing is when you work on your bike, you don't really know what your day is gonna look like until you start working. So you don't really know what part of the city you're gonna be in, what routes you're gonna take. In the summer, I really love, like, if I get long jobs, if I get like stuck up in the upper west side, upper east side, it's all good because I get like that nice ride, the sun is shining, there's a nice breeze. I get like those long jobs. In the winter, they kind of suck because you get all sweaty, then you're even more cold. So yeah, it's like seasonally you have your favorite areas, favorite routes. So funny, Astor Place, there's always a bus right there. I don't know how, like literally every time I go down this road, there's a bus turning or it's right there. It's so weird. One of those things. My bike is making so much noise. This area here, on Houston, I feel like it's been under construction for like 5 years. And it probably will be for another 5 years, but you know, just the way it is, I guess. New York construction. This is actually up here. Christine Houston is where, I think 3 years ago, my friend took a photo of me. Right there, I think. And it was like the first photo anyone ever took of me on a bike. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's me? That's me? I'm riding that bike? Wow, like I never really thought I would see myself sort of in that way, you know? Like just like doing the thing, riding a bike through the city, you know, battling traffic, getting fit. It's pretty cool. That was an awesome moment for me. Oh my God, look how cute. Look, they're so happy. Hi. Hi. So I live in Queens, but at the end of the day, usually I end up downtown and I don't want to ride all the way up to the Queensboro Bridge and over. But luckily, I live so far in Queens that it kind of matches up with, like it's like Queens, but it's also on the edge of Brooklyn in a way. So I can take either bridge. So if I just take Grand Ave, all the way, then I get home. So I love getting bubble tea at Boba Guys right here, and then getting on the Williamsburg Bridge and riding home, and it's a really nice ride home. So I think for anyone that wants to like ride a bike and get fit, just like try to work somewhere far away from where you live, and then you have no choice but to ride really far.
So we bring to a close the story of...
All right. That was a video called Riding Around With. It's kind of a series that that I've done a few of, and they're all, you know, they're all different people. Let me see. Is there a way to get to the playlist? Riding Around With. I've done one with Cooper. I've done one with Lucas. I've done one with a courier collective in Florida. So those are cool. You know, it's just people's kind of opinions and thoughts while they're out on the bike. They're mic'd up, and you know, that's when I first started to get people to talk more and kind of narrate. Kelsey obviously is natural because she already films. She already has her own YouTube channel, if you guys don't know. So you know, it's natural for her to just talk when she's riding. So she's really good at it. While that was going on, had a couple of questions. Jamel's asking, how do you not look side to side during a hotline? Well, basically, when I do those hotlines, I'm filming with someone who I usually know them already, and I know their riding style, and I know that I can trust them. And we kind of talk before the ride, and we talk about the route and where we're going, because I need to know depending on where the sun is and little technical things like that, especially if it's in a city that I'm not from. And then I use my eyes like this. There have been times where I've thought to put a camera like right here, pointing like right at my eyes, so you can see how my eyes like move around. No, that's basically what I'm doing. But 90% of it is trust in the rider that I'm following. So I don't just do hotlines with random people. Ray's asking about Shake Shack versus In-N-Out. In my opinion, they're in two different categories of burgers. I look at In-N-Out as like they have a very limited menu, and it's been the same. Whereas Shake Shack has multiple things on their menu, and they can do multiple things pretty good. But if it's just like a classic Shake Shack burger versus an In-N-Out burger, I'm going to go with an In-N-Out burger. But I like Shake Shack as well. It's just I prefer all the fresh veggies and things that get stacked on an In-N-Out burger. And here's a fun fact. My order at In-N-Out is 2 cheeseburgers animal style with both kinds of onions, raw and grilled. The animal style comes with grilled onions, and then that's it. Man, that just made my mouth water. They're so good. Bastelio, what's up? Welcome. Working and grinding beans. That's funny. Monotraumatic. It's sunny out there in California. Good for you. It's like cloudy and it might rain here soon. So I'm probably gonna cut this stream here in the next few minutes so I can get ready, clean this streaming setup, put it away, and then get on the bike. Major L, what's up? He's saying do a riding around with Safa. That'd be cool, man. What's up, Martin? Martin, before we go, since you just joined, do you have any questions while you're here? Philip saw the Miami ride with Lucas. Thank you, man. That one was fun to do. Estelio, the Portobello Shroom Burger. Yeah, that thing. So, those of you who don't know Shake Shack, they have a burger called the Shroom Burger, or the Shack Stack, I think. And it's like a cheeseburger, a burger with all the things on it. And then they take a mushroom, and it's like filled with cheese in the cap, and then they bread it and fry it, and then they put that on top. It's so good. You gotta watch out though, that cheese is like it's like hot lava. It'll melt your face off. Jamel, any reason you don't use your 360 GoPro often? I sold it. I got rid of it. I have a Rilo. I prefer the picture quality of the GoPro over the 360 cameras myself. Also, I was just talking about this. I think you were in the chat, but like working with that footage from 360 cameras is terrible in my opinion. I haven't found it to work very well within Premiere, so I don't use it. I'm not a fan of having to use extra apps to try to make things work. So. Drew is asking, what's your opinion on hanging onto cars? Seems scary to me. Sketching? you know, there's the time and a place. Obviously, like hanging on to someone's personal car, I'm not usually a fan of that. For myself, I'm not gonna pass judgment on other people who do it, but it's, you know, I can see how someone would be mad if you like grabbed onto their car. But if it's like a work truck, like a box truck, or like a TC plate, which is like a basically a cab or Uber out here in New York, whatever, I would grab onto it. But it depends on the the timing and stuff. You don't want to just grab sketches for no reason, you know. If it's in the middle of a race, like Monster Truck, some people, that's how they win races. They grab onto cars, which is totally legal. It's fun. It can be scary. I was doing it on a skateboard before I was doing it on a bike, so it's not crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, it can get crazy, but I don't know. It takes practice, I guess. Martin is asking, where am I going to ride today? I think I'm just going to grab my track bike and go ride around Prospect Park and see what's up. Because we have rain forecasted soon, so probably just do a few laps. Won't film it. Just going to go ride, you know, to exercise and get the lungs and the blood flowing. Martin is asking, ever recorded a bike crash? Yeah, by accident. I was filming a hotline with Mario and somebody saw that we were filming, so they sprinted into the shot and rode really crazy, and then a car almost hit that person and they slid out before the car hit them. And then there's been a few crashes that I've caught while filming races in Monster Track, and what else? I think that's about it. Bastelio, Lucas Brunel. Yep, go check out Lucas's videos on sketching if you want to know about that. But this is this is goodbye for today. I appreciate everyone who is a channel member, and I appreciate those of you who are watching and not a channel member. Thank you for, tuning in and being here with us today. Tomorrow and the rest of the week, the chat is back open to everybody. Just wanted to do a special Q&A with the channel members, so appreciate you guys for tuning in today and checking out the videos. Looks like we have a nice format here, like I said earlier, so expect kind of like a video play in the beginning, and then we'll chat and have some coffee, and then maybe an intermission, and then we'll end it like we're doing now. But again, thank you guys. We are on day 9 since we started, right? This is the 9th one. Yep, morning routine number 9, so this is 9. Gonna keep these going. Try to keep everyone entertained and up to date with what's going on here in New York, and what's going on in the channel. And thank you guys for letting us know what's going on in your neighborhoods and where you're at, because this is a better form of information than just trusting everything you see on the news. So I do appreciate all the comments and updates for where you guys are. So be safe, be well. If you can, go on a bike ride. If not, hopefully you can get on a trainer. Share these videos with people who you think would be into it, especially in these times of being stuck inside. So we'll see you guys tomorrow for the next video and the next live stream. Until then, peace.